Don't sit down right away in a chair that someone of the opposite sex just got up from. If it's a drinking gathering with more than 5 people, don't go. And when you're at a get-together, don't put your car keys on the table. If friends or coworkers treat everyone to a meal and you're the only one who wasn't invited, don't mention it, don't ask about it, and don't go digging. Do you know why? Let me tell you a story. Emma had worked at a top law firm in New York for 2 years. She was hardworking, careful, and quiet. No matter what the partner said, she took notes seriously and never asked one question too many. Every morning, she prepared all the case files and meeting materials in advance. One day, Emma flew to Boston with her boss. Her boss was a senior partner, earning more than $10 million a year. This trip was to finalize a $3 million annual legal counsel contract with a multinational company. The terms were basically agreed on, but on the day of signing, something happened that Emma would never forget. The head of legal affairs looked at Emma and said, "You're one of the few young lawyers I've seen who can organize a whole advisory plan this clearly in such a short time." Emma smiled and said, No. The truly impressive one is my partner. I'm just the one helping organize the materials." Unexpectedly, because of that one sentence, the legal director's face turned cold. He closed the file and said, "In that case, I need to think more about the cooperation team. Let's talk another day." Then he stood up and left. Back at the hotel, the partner threw the file onto the table and said, "Do you know what that sentence meant? Because of one wrong sentence, you almost handed away a $3 million contract." Emma was almost in tears. She honestly had no idea what she had done wrong. The partner said, "You still have one more chance. They're willing to meet again. Commission from this contract alone would make you $200,000. Emma immediately asked, "Then what am I supposed to do?" The partner pulled a book out of his briefcase. Its title was Stay Silent. The subtitle was A 30-Day Challenge to Transform the Way You Speak. He handed it to her and said, "Go back tonight and read this book. It is not teaching you to stay silent all the time. It teaches you when to speak, when to pause, and when to listen before you respond. The answer you want is in here." That night, Emma read the book carefully. The next day, they sat back down at the negotiating table. The legal director looked at Emma and said, "Kid, I didn't expect you'd still dare to come back. You remind me a little of myself when I was young." This time, Emma did not rush to explain. She did not rush to prove herself. She paused for 1 second, steadied her tone, and said, "You flatter me. If you hadn't been willing to give me this opportunity, I would never have had the honor of continuing to work with you." The legal director looked at her and smiled. Then he turned to the person next to him and said, "Sign the advisory contract. From now on, let her handle the day-to-day matters on this side." In the end, the $3 million contract was signed smoothly, and because of it, Emma was promoted by exception and became a lead attorney who could handle clients independently. Later, to thank the partner, Emma brought a collectible bottle of red wine to visit him at his house. But the moment she walked in, she saw 2 other senior partners sitting inside. Emma barely paused. She handed the wine over and said, "Partner, this is the wine you asked me to help buy. Please go ahead. I won't interrupt." Then she turned around and left. You think that's where the story ends? Not even close. The next day, Emma invited the partner to dinner at a Michelin star restaurant. The moment they walked in, the server looked at Emma and said, "Boss, your private room is upstairs on the 2nd floor." The partner smiled and patted her on the shoulder. "Looks like now you're more of the boss than I am." Emma stayed calm and said, "You're joking. You're my boss, so of course I'm still your subordinate. Besides, the server is smart too. He knows that when it's time to report, you don't skip levels." The partner burst out laughing. "Good. Now you really get it." Emma smiled and said, "That's because I've been learning by your side all this time. I've picked up a little of your presence and your style." In this world, the most powerful thing is neither money nor power. It is the ability to think before you speak. If you always feel like you're too honest, too straightforward, that your words easily offend people, or that you don't know how to respond under pressure, then I really recommend you read Stay Silent. It is not a book that teaches you to shut your mouth forever. It is a 30-day speaking challenge that helps you retrain the way you communicate. It teaches you how to control your words, master your emotions, pause before responding, and understand when to speak and when to stay silent. It also teaches you how to complain less, leave gossip behind, say no with kindness, and build more conscious communication habits. Stay Silent is not designed to turn you into a quiet person who never speaks, and it is not designed to turn you into some schemer either. It is designed to help you become more aware, more grounded, and less likely to be pushed into a passive position by one careless sentence. And this is exactly the kind of book you should read before life teaches you the lesson the hard way.